I nearly went to plug out this cord because I got it charging right now, but let it do what it do. Nevertheless, of course I got a little mucus buildup. Um, for those who know me, I've been battling with this for quite some time. I'm cracking down on some things. Nevertheless, I make no excuses, but I know the city that we living in is not that clean itself, in which I talked about it in the past. I know there's been a lot of complaints made, and we are doing better than some other cities and some other places. But I feel that we can collectively do better, and I think that's going to have to be done, of course, on the individual level. So, for instance, with me, I quit all the smoking, seriously cut down on the drinking for quite a while now. For the smoking part, the last time I had a beer was about probably 2 weeks ago, somewhere about 2 weeks. However, um, when I was smoking my Black and Miles, every time I took the wrapper off, I always kept the wrapper in my pocket. And found whenever I found the trash can, I put it in the trash. The only time I made a mess, I would have to say, the only time I made a real mess with the Black and Mild is when I would take it out by like I would spit on the floor and use the saliva to take it out, so it would leave a mark on the floor. It ain't no big mark. You know what I mean? And it's no bigger. I'm not, it's no bigger than those old gum balls that's smashed down on the street. Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? When I eat food, I pick up after myself. If a piece of my avocado fall, if a rice grain fall, no matter what it is, I picked it up. And these are habits that I've been rolling with for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? When I was a meat eater, when I wasn't a meat eater, the reason why I feel I had to signify that or just put that in there is because there are some things that goes into eating meat, animal flesh and whatnot. There are some things that's followed with it and associated with it that that I would have to say. Some people say it's up the mind. Some people be like, "Yo, no matter this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah." They always say a lot of stuff, but you know, excuse me as I kind of go off here, but I never find, when I go out there and I talk to people when I'm trying to reason and I will give some real facts, they always tend to like evade the conversation, or they would find something to digress upon, and just avert themselves. Like no one likes to do critical thinking, and I find that every time it gets to that place, they want to get to the money, and somehow that always ends up, oh, it's all about the money. It was all about the money. Why are you thinking about this? See, this is why we don't get nowhere, brothers and sisters. Particularly, this is to my African people, because I'm right here to just bring a little short video because I'm witnessing a whole lot right now. Black men and black women, I'm gonna tell you something. Our inheritable family, like I said, there's jealousy, there's envy, and fear that's perpetuating this shit out here, and that's because of who we are. That a lot of them can't reach that place because of what? Because of our divine right, because we are the chosen, which comes with a whole lot of responsibilities. This is nothing to try to boast upon or try to, gain clout, but it's real deal, I'm telling you. And I think the only way they will be able to see the kingdom and receive some grace is by bloodletting. Hence the reason why they want to have babies with us. But I'm gonna tell you something. For all this 2025, and there's still a lot of flagrant behavior going on out here. Still a lot of perversions and wickedness, and it really frustrates me when it comes from my when I see it on my people, when I see it play. And this is has nothing to do with partiality, but there's nothing wrong with taking care of home first. And there's many levels to that saying right there, because I still got work to do, just as much as you do. But here's how the devil works, right? Here's how those envious forces work, in which they got access to the eye, one of the eyes. Anyhow, if you know what I mean. Um, I know I got some good ways about me, mannerisms, etiquette, but what I noticed throughout my trials is that what the opposing force would do, and I ain't crying about it at all, but I just peep game, is that it will use your weaknesses against you. So I guess at the end of the day, the object is to have no weaknesses. If we could become a jack of all trades, to look to become kings and then masters of, which requires a lot of study and endurance and time, and we need to be better record keepers. You know what I mean? Keep a good archive of many things. We'll start to see some changes. But yeah, you know, I don't know everything, but I know I got some good ways about me, and I see what I'm met with out here because I got that shine, I got that look, even though it could be partially masked or cloaked with a particular attire or some kind of distress that may be on my face, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? That opposing force, no, that wicked homosexual spirit, that faggot, that feminine shit that be on them, they know. And for my sisters out there that's with that lesbian nonsense, they know too. However, they still can't seem to properly identify with it in order to know how to, I guess,
May I have your attention,
acquiesce,
please? For your safety and
to
security,
the
please
climate
do not leave
of being
baggage
around such a
unattended.
being.
Unattended baggage
And
will
this
be
is where
removed
ego,
immediately and turned over
pride,
to the
jealousy, and
security.
envy come into the picture. But let me get right back to what I was saying because I'm about to cut this short. That wicked spirit will try to use your weaknesses against you. And what they do, you know, they're strength in numbers. I've been on this lone walk for a while. I've been facing all this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and to me, it's kind of uh, it's kind of pathetic, their ways because the awkwardness or the irony of it is that I genuinely put out the word, even though I may curse here and there. That comes from frustration, due to the fact of the matter is not. And I will always tell people don't take it personal, but I try to edify them and let them know, hey, yo, you've been victimized, you've been coerced, you've been lied to. Get that off for you, and I get attacked. I get humiliated or ridiculed or they try with these antics. Now I see why some people get punched in the mouth, black eye, this, that, and the third. But I ain't gonna resort to that. You know what I'm saying? Because those people are gonna be mutilated by their own wickedness. It's tough out here. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It is. It is, and I guess this is where money come into play because having money and having your finances in order to kind of make things less stressful. It kind of makes you cope with things a
Carrying
little bit easier,
firearms through a
and it
TSA
does.
screening checkpoint of an
It does. I'm
airport
sure.
is prohibited by
But as
federal
long as we
law
continue
and
to
regulations,
resort to that,
and to check
we're gonna leave a
carry-on
lot of,
baggage for
it's
firearms
gonna be,
before entering the
what's
screening
gonna
checkpoint.
happen inadvertently. A dramatic point, I guess I can put it that way, of neglecting what really needs to be done. However, like I said early on in this video, they just can't meet that. They can't meet that place because of who they are in opposition to who we are. Like I said, this is not for clout. This is serious. This is big. You know what I mean? So we gotta get this thing together. You know what I'm saying? And for what it's worth, as much as I've been talking out there in public and on video, and I know people know what's going on out there. Okay, um, especially through the feds and whatnot, because they the ones that really do a lot of the surveilling, micromanaging. You know what I'm saying? They got their macro tactics, this, that, and the third, whatever we want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I peep game. I peep game. And at the end of the day, it's kind of, I guess it is what it is. And I tell you, it was really something though, man. That force is something else. It really is. But anyway, I peep game and it's try to use this, weaknesses against you, because I don't know something. What they'll try to do is have somebody who may know of it come around and try to beat their chest or grab their crotch or feel away and want to get all braggadocious or you know self-aggrandize. If you got your bragging rights by graduating and you earn your PhD or whatever, that's what's up. But if you're using it in such a way to try to humiliate somebody that haven't done anything to you personally, well then that's whack. Because if you want to get down to that, I could start cutting a lot of ass out here. I could be a serious agitator. You know what I'm saying? But what that's gonna do, huh? Because a lot of them faggots out there and weak ones gonna try to be like, yo, he's a this, he's a that, da da da. Sad, man. This shit's crazy. Anyway, let me get back. Just had to put that out real quick. Yeah, I'll go ahead and handle that up to this day with all the videos I've made and all the requests I put out there, even with some brothers that I chopped it up with that's in the lodge or what is that, with all respect due, I still ain't get addressed yet. I still ain't have a firm one-on-one. And it's like, yo, I put my hands up, man. I put my hands up to it with a smile. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a goddamn shame. Because this is not about whose dick is bigger. It's not about that, man. And just because I may request, because I have a small group of people that I may request a couple dollars here and there, yeah, no doubt. What they'll do because of what they wrapped up in, they would use that to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you say all this, but you come and ask me for a little. Trust me, I know that's kind of, I know it's lurking out there somewhere. And then we got, other people that would use that. When I say other people, you know what I mean. They would try to use that and maneuver that tactfully to try to come into the affairs of me and my brothers and sisters, but it ain't gonna work. I can say what I say on camera or in y'all face, but I still got love for y'all at the end of the day, brothers and sisters, and everybody else for the fact of the matter. But we got to start taking care of home first, y'all. I don't think y'all know how important that is, but y'all got y'all rent to pay, just as we've been paying rent. We still don't own much at all. Even big shout outs if you got a salon or whatever, but we looking good for who? We gonna continue to look good for what? When we still being mutilated, degenerated, degraded, and what else? Now it may look like we rising up because we getting a couple jobs here and there, and a couple now, Bob Black, this that. Trust me, I'm beginning to see this whole picture, this whole spectrum, and I see, in addition to some things that I've heard out there and bear witness to myself, like I tell you, it's more to put out there, and then we got to start kicking ass in truth, y'all. Whoever want to feel a way about it and be all scared, and hey, that's on them, man. That's on them. Now I see exactly what Pac was talking about in his interview. When he was like, if you feel like I'm a threat to you, that's you. I don't got no history. Me in particular, I don't got no history of just trying to go out there and be all belligerent and crazy. If you feel the way that's within you. Some people may say, well, that's how you feeling when you around. Nah, 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 nah. I get irritated by the feminine spirit that's on any man, especially my own. You understand me? I don't think I know where I be coming from, man. But anyway, the show goes on. So does life. And go ahead and, I guess get your money, man. Live your life. You know what I'm saying? Indeed. Is what it is. You got some concerns, you got a question, you want to chop it up, hit a brother up, man. It's always best to hear it from the horse's mouth. I ain't got shit to lie about. Peace, love, and light.